down free throws, but I still have a lot to learn myself on. David Locke was trying to explain a lot of it to me, but we'll see if it works out in the Jazz's favor.
Well, the Jazz would not lose a timeout, but also we were told by the officials it was a mandatory timeout as well. So we're playing basketball, and Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz won that tip. 8 minutes left first half. The cutter is Bogdanovich, a kick out. Royce, nice blender. Here's Donovan, 3 balls up, and just a bit short. Green jumps up for the rebound.
Great ball movement, though, Bowler, by the Jazz. We love seeing that ball move because they've got a lot of shooters that are going to knock that shot down during the season.
Ingram tried to step into that bucket. Big T got the rebound. Zion inside left hand. Big move. Able to fend off Rudy down in the paint. And a 10-point first half for the #1 pick out of Duke.
Well, that shot right there says a lot about Zion and his instincts as he goes up in the air and kind of goes around the outstretched arm of Rudy.
Rudy Gobert picks up foul number 2 on the other end of the floor.
Offensive foul on Rudy Gobert. That'll be his second.
Bogdanovich with 2, Rudy with 2. Williamson for the Pelicans with a couple in the first quarter. Lonzo Ball back in. Kind of a different shot that comes off the hand of Ball.
But Lonzo will have a lot more freedom to shoot that shot. I thought he was a little tentative with the Lakers, obviously with LeBron there, playing a lot of point guard. But he'll have a lot of freedom as Royce O'Neal takes one step too many.
T.I., is it me or do we see a trend in preseason on calling the travel?
Yeah, there has been a trend. I think against Milwaukee, I can't remember the number. It was like 8 or 9 times the traveling was called. So I'm not sure what it is.
Maybe it's the Harden rule. I'm not sure, but it is a point of emphasis this year.
Guys are kind of taking that step before, like a stutter step before that ball goes down on the floor.
Defensive 3-second on Gobert. And Ingram will take the technical free throw and knock it home. Rudy's first minutes on the floor in this preseason. Set out against Adelaide and the Bucks on Wednesday night. Favors hands it to Hart. Here's Ingram. Little Laker connection. Left hand spins inside. Lost the handle. Ball's loose. Royce O'Neal runs it down. Great hustle. 2-on-2. A cross-court pass. Bogey incoming. And that one skips off the iron to Zion, who can run the floor. Lowers his shoulder. Dumps it low. Falls loose. Knocked away by Jeff Green. Royce O'Neal front court. Bogdanovich again. This time he fires inside and Gobert for 2.
Great find by Bogdanovich. Didn't have the jump shot himself, but saw Rudy right there at the basket.
Utah with a 50-44 lead. Swatted away. Green leads the break. Royce, the other end. Hooks it up and around. He was from his left to his right side, and Royce O'Neal showing off some athleticism.
Well, smart move by Royce. Obviously, Zion athletic enough to block that shot, but as Ingram hits this shot, but Royce O'Neal was smart enough to use the rim as a protector on his last bucket.
Utah already over the 50-point mark, and we just passed the 6-minute mark of quarter number 2. Donovan a bump, rolls inside on Favors. Throws it, caught. O'Neal stuck in the corner, and then that ball is tossed away and off the shoulder. It looked like a Favors. 8 on the shot clock. Favors comes out, gets a nice round of applause. Played, of course, his college basketball at Georgia Tech. Jackson Hayes, the rookie out of Texas, checks in. Ooh, a tough hit. Jeff Green takes a fall. And Zion looks up, like came up a little gimpy. TIT, an interesting story about Zion Williamson. He did not play high school football, but he was offered a football scholarship by LSU.
He played some football on that last play right here. Pass interference, maybe.
Ingles Right to the left hand, working with Gobert. Bogdanovich, low pass, handles it nicely. Rudy is pushed. Nope, stepped out of bounds. He was double teamed, lost his footing, and tried to regain his balance tee and stepped out.
Yeah, but I know he went out of bounds, but I like the fact that he almost came up with this ball. And as low as he was to have hands that quick, unfortunate it went out of bounds.
Back out to Ingram, 3 balls up. Bogdanovich showing some rebounding ability as Donovan skips into the front court. Just past the 5-minute mark. Uses that Gobert screen. Now they lob. Oh, beautiful pass. Donovan to big Rudy.
Well, those two don't need much practice to get in sync. We saw a lot of that last year. Nice steal.
Bogey, take it in. Foul from behind.
Right here. Best screen in the league coming off the roll. And Donovan doing a nice job of getting it where the big fella needs it.
306 dunks, led the league last year. One reason why he led the league in shooting 2T. Well, I tell you, when you're on top of the rim that close, it's 69%.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah. It felt like 80 at times, right? Well, Beyond the Arc is presented by Mountain America Credit Union, guiding members forward now for more than 80 years. 3-point accuracy last year, the sweet spot, the left corner, 55%. He was #1 to above the break at 39. Right corner was not too bad, 45%. And see what's so exciting is the interchangeable ability of Joe and Bogdanovich from switching from one corner to the other.
Check what page is that on? Interchangeable ability.
Interchangeable ability. Only look, that's on 23, paragraph 2.
Well, you're exactly right. He is so gifted with a great shot, but also as Ingram taking advantage of the height advantage over Bogdanovich that time, getting inside the paint. But Bogdanovich is really going to be a huge asset because he can put the ball on the floor at his size and also pass when it's covered.
56-48 Utah here in the first half, working on a 60-point half, 4:10 left. Preseason game number 3, back home for 2, Monday night Sacramento, Wednesday night the Portland Trailblazers, and then a week of work before the season opener at home against Oklahoma City on the 23rd. T. Ingram is slight of build, is he not? 190 pounds, maybe. He'll take the jumper free throw line, and he's had a hot hand. That's 9 points, 7 here in the second.
But he uses it really well. I mean, he's such a finesse type player and a great ball handler for his size. He's just able to get to places and get that shot out.
Bogdanovich wide open, hammers home 3. That's his second 3 ball. 8-point half for Bogdanovich. Ingram back inside, could not get a past Gobert. And we got a loose ball foul.
This is what we're going to see a lot of this year. Mike Conley penetrating ball on the paint, finding Bogey on the outside, knocking down that corner shot.
Mike Conley, an assist man. Last year, career year, 21 points a game, but also still distributing the ball about 6+ per night. Bogdanovich over to Joe. And another call on a travel.
Point of emphasis.
That's the 5th turnover this quarter by Utah.
Right here, yep, that left foot.
Little jab step, right?
They're catching it.
Ingram turns the corner in the paint. Want nothing to do with Gobert. Hart now feeds it to the corner. 6 to shoot. Donovan. One of his points of emphasis was improving his defense, and that forces a turnover by Bogdanovich. And Ingram not happy with the call.
I wonder how James Harden's going to feel about that point of emphasis.
Not good. You mean the ice skate move?
Yes. Maybe that's not included in the deal.
Rudy inside, hands it to Donovan. Mitchell, 12 seconds, bump, no foul. Joe out front. Plenty of time on the clock, 7. Rudy lets him run by, feeds a beautiful pass, and just off the hands of Joe. That was one tough pass to thread the needle.
It was. It got through there. Just kind of bobbled off Joe's hands. Right here, threading the needle.
Utah now 3 turnovers in their last 4 possessions, but yet still lead by 9. Inside, window, and the bucket falls.
Tough shot.
Jackson Hayes, his first bucket of the night. 2 minutes left, first half, 59-52. Conley up top, beautiful. Gobert, 11.
Oh, they gave Rudy a tech for hanging a little bit. You know, I didn't think. I've seen worse. I've seen guys hang up there for 5-6 seconds. Yeah, I just think right here he shakes it. I mean, that was slow motion, so that looked like 5-6 seconds. But come on, it's preseason, bowler.
I mean, Gobert's debut, you cut some slack. I mean,
come on, man.
So the technical puts Ingram back at the line, and he makes his second technical free throw tonight. 10-point half for Brandon
Is there
Ingram.
like a time limit that you can hang up there? Wait, what am I asking you for?
You're telling me I'm on? Yeah, I live at the rim. I should be asking you. I tee that one time you and I went one-on-one. I lived up top.
You hung up there.
I was all day.
You just couldn't come down. Good.
Ball front court chased by Conley. Hayes bangs inside and again uses the window. Has 2 quick ones for the rookie out of Texas. 61-55 Utah.
And not only uses the window, but understands that a shot blocker, you have to get as close to him as possible. So he kind of used Rudy as Donovan Mitchell knocks the 3 down.
And he was wide open. You saw the defense draw to Conley, and Donovan parked himself there and said, I'll take that shot.
Well, the system works, Bowler. Sometimes it takes players to get settled into it.
Lonzo Ball with his second three-pointer.
Ball and Gobert get a little feisty. Look at how wide open Donovan is. So open. Carter Cole out there. Plenty of time to dial it in.
Ball was whistled for the foul. Will put Gobert at the free throw line.
Yeah, he kind of backed into Rudy and kind of gave him a shot in the midsection.
Joe's telling him not to do that again. I'm watching.
Yeah, don't let Joe start getting in your ear.
Gobert with a 12-point first half. All right, T, it's time for the Qualtrics question, powered by Qualtrics. If you have a question for us, use the hashtag Qualtrics question, and we could answer your question live on the air. So, Jazz Nation, bring it. Big T's taking his jacket off. He's ready to go. Gobert 1 out of 2. 12 points, 2 rebounds for Rudy. Bogdanovich, nice hustle play, and it's last touch by the Pelicans. I believe, yeah, Hayes got a hand on it.
Man, this preseason play is serious. You know, both these teams are trying to get their guys to gel together and get ready for the real thing, but I love the pace of this game.
Another kick out to Donovan, corner 3, no, rebound. Ingram, final minute. Ingram against it. Joe Ingles. Kind of lulled him to sleep. Rudy was there to help. Missed that shot. The Wild up and under. Ingles, quick feed to Conley. Flick of the wrist. Bang.
That's beautiful.
It's going to be 2. It's a 2-ball by Conley. Conley's hit 3 of 5 shots tonight, T, for 7 points and went 0 for 6 in Milwaukee. Ball, nice pass inside. The reverse, so the rebound came right back to Ingram. Feeds it back inside. I tell you, Hayes has impressed. Athletic kid.
This young Pelicans team, I mean, there have been some really good moments for them, being patient, finding each other.
The horn sounds and the shot's a little bit long by Conley. Rudy with 12. Royce O'Neal gets the start and leads the way with 13 points. Donovan and Conley combined for 15. Zion Williamson in his home debut with 10 points. Ingram with 10. Utah 67-point half on the road. They lead the Pelicans by 8. Coming back. Royce O'Neal. T, I guess the question will be, will he be the starter this year and Joe off the bench? Last year, 16 starts in 82 games for Quinn Snyder. No, he played 20 minutes in those 82 games last year. That was the average. But man, I tell you, he's athletic, and I think defensively he can put a body on you.
Yeah, and I think that would probably be the reason for starts. I'm not sure there's a big difference. I like the fact that it's not so much who starts as who finishes, but Royce can do either. And there's that travel call again. Royce forced that.
Multiple whistles tonight, as we talked about, a point of emphasis and now a delay of game. The call.
I'm going to let you figure out the challenge thing, but I'm going to work on this point of emphasis. Traveling. Got some studying up to do.
You know, in football, they tell you that almost every play you can be flagged for a hold. And I think in the NBA or college, wherever you're playing, I mean, the jab step, a lot of people, a lot of players, that's just the way they learn the game.
Right.
Got a little
exactly
loose.
Right.
Nice three ball. Conley let it fly and opens up with a three-point shot.
And a smile.
Ingram answers a long 2. 12-point game for Ingram. You know, he averaged 14 with the Lakers in 3 years, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He did a lot of things on the coast. Here's Bogdanovich wide open for 3.
Back at you.
Put it over the top of Melli, pardon me. So Bogdanovich with 13, and the 3 has been a good friend tonight for Utah. 11 of 18. Turnover, outlet, Conley will slow it down. Here comes Mitchell, kick it out. O'Neal, ball deflected, maybe one too many passes.
You're exactly right. And even the passes before weren't passes that were right on. Royce O'Neal kind of bobbled his a little bit, wasn't able to get a good pass off himself.
Lonzo Ball wide open.
Well, you've got to feel that Lonzo Ball and Ingram just have new life with this team. And life they weren't getting in LA.
Played a couple years together, yeah, with the Lakers. Conley goes to his left hand. Beautiful move, just missed the layup. And a mismatch on top of him with Melli guarding him at 6'10". Donovan nearly got the pass. J.J. Redick the dump and the bucket by Ingram.
That was a nice pass by J.J. Redick to Ingram. Redick was looking for the 3 off the movement, but didn't have it, but found Ingram on the back door.
Jazz down or up by 7, had an 8-point lead at the half. Here's Donovan on a high floater for 3. Quick outlet, Ingram. Ball fires a 3. And a whistle and a foul, and it will be on Royce O'Neal.
Foul on Royce O'Neal. His second.
Watch this pass to J.J. Redick. Goes up in the air and finds Ingram. I think the task for New Orleans will be how to get Redick involved a little bit more, because he's a movement type player coming off the screens.
Lonzo will get 3 free throws, and we've been telling you about the Jazz Game Night online auction. Here's another item, T, you can bid on, the premium ticket pack. That is seats in the front row for Jazz and Warriors. How about that front row, plus a bunch of extras to bid. Go to 32auctions.com/Utah Jazz Game Night. Proceeds from this auction will benefit Make-A-Wish Utah as well as Larry H. Miller Charities. If I'm not mistaken, there's also, you can bid on hanging out with the broadcast team all night long behind the scenes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's a $1 million bid, and a breakaway off a Utah turnover. Ingram has started the third quarter strong, and the lead has been trimmed to 2 on a 10-0 run. T, you talked about it. Finishing games and not letting teams back in. The Jazz have done so here to start the third. Yeah, Mike Conley all smiles with Gobert, but the lead has been trimmed to 2 after a 10-0 run by the Pelicans. Les Olson Company, your office technology partner. Let's give away a $100 Amazon gift card tonight. What do you say, T? Simply post a picture with hashtag Les Olson IT. Got a few already in tonight. Pre-workout for preseason games. I like that young fella.
Look at the guns on that kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with him. Go Jazz Nation. Nation is strong in the Big Easy. Right outside.
Love it.
Smoothie King, obsessed. That's great. Just sitting there wearing the Donovan jersey, just inhaling this basketball game. We'll hand out that gift card during postgame. Conley goes back to work. Jazz 2 of 4 in the quarter. And New Orleans 4 for 4, and that one just was simply lost off the hands by Royce O'Neal.
One of the other glaring stats too is the Pelicans have gone to the line double what the Jazz have. Jazz are 4 of 6, Pelicans are 10 of 12. So we may see the Jazz get into the basket a little bit more.
Short by Ball. Here comes Donovan. Utah's turned it over 3 times here early in the third quarter. Floater up and in. But Donovan scores his first 2 here in the second half. The 2 guards have combined for 20 points tonight. On 8 of 19 from the floor. Zion goes to work. Big fella inside left hand. Uses the body well. He was able to get a little space, separation from Gobert, and finishes.
Yeah, he's got such a powerful vertical as well. Once he gets up there, he can decide what he wants to do. And be able to carry what he carries. Nice.
Now, I'll tell you, T, Bogey, I want to get your thoughts on this. We thought of him as just parking himself in the corner for 3. He can slash, he can drive, he will finish on the rim.
Yeah, that makes him deadly too, with all those things available. And that Ford dunk means another $50 donation to the Utah Food Bank, courtesy of your local Ford stores. Ford, go further.
Got a whistle on the floor. It's Conley. Right here is that handoff to Bogdanovich, who 2 hands it home. And T, this is what he does.
That's what he does
Alter
best.
shots, block shots.
And listen, every once in a while, I'm not sure that there's a such thing as, you know, the more you play against Rudy, the more you can take advantage or score on him, because you know, he just presents such a problem in there. And there are going to be some that will get by him. I mean, the ones that Zion has made over Rudy tonight have been spectacular moves by him. But Rudy's still a force in that paint.
Ball is 5 for 5 at the free throw line here in the third quarter. A foul as Rudy went up. And they will whistle Ingram for his second. Well, Kristen, I know there's a relationship trying to be built with Gobert and Bogdanovich.
Well, if you talk to Bogey at the beginning of the season, he said, I always hated playing against the Jazz because of the big fella, Rudy Gobert. Now, I'm so excited to be on the right side. I also want to add, too, that Bogey, you know, with playing with a big guy like Rudy in the pick and roll, he said he's really able to add another dimension to his game, so he's not just a three-point shooter. He's able to attack the basket, which is what he wants to do this season more, guys.
And Kristen, we're watching him do that tonight. He's been on the rim. He's knocked down 3s, and Rudy just threw in a couple of free throws. Gobert with 14. Bogdanovich with 15. J.J. Redick.
Yeah, doing a great job. Donovan, a great job of just swarming Redick, not letting him get that deadly shot off.
Royce switches over, now forces the ball back out to Ingram. Shot clock at 4, shot clock at 3. Down at 2. Ingram, the shot is up and off the rim, and Bogdanovich up high for the rebound. Jazz run with Bogey. Flies it over his shoulder to Royce. The trailer is Donovan. And we got a call in the paint. The whistle's on Lonzo Ball.
His third, team second.
Shot clock at 16. Game clock just under 7 here in the third. Conley, that first quick step. Bogdanovich, corner, short, rebound. Williamson, watch out, big fella can run. Full head of steam, and the Jazz put a double team on him and force him to the line. Royce O'Neal with his third.
You talk about going downhill. And I don't know if anybody wants to get in front of that. So if you can get them tangled up and make it.
Line on Zion tonight, 12 points. Only 6 shots, 4 rebounds. And the free throw's good for the rookie. Well, the upcoming schedule is brought to you by University of Utah Health. Taking care of Utah like Utah takes care of each other. Back home for 2, Jazz Nation. Kings and Blazers on Monday, Wednesday. And then they do start to count in a big way in this big season of 82 against Oklahoma City at home on October 23rd.
You know, I'm looking at Zion shoot that free throw, and you know, just the fact that he can maneuver that body the size that he is, I can't really find a player to compare him to.
Mike Conley was denied. JJ lets it fly. Loose ball. Royce O'Neal. You see any LeBron in his physical ability?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can throw some LeBron in there, but there's something different about him. Maybe athletically that I don't even know if LeBron has. You know, obviously the power. LeBron's always been a powerful player, but I don't know. Zion's just so compact, and he's able to bring a lot to the game on both ends of the court.
Blessed with speed, T, as well, and that's what really makes him special. And what I've noticed tonight is his ability to move laterally. I mean, just tremendous feet.
Yep. And even more importantly, I think, as we've seen, he's a humble kid. Right? He doesn't bring this over cockiness to the game, and you know, that's what his teammates love about him.
Rudy misses the first of 2. One more. It's up and good. Gobert 15 points, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. The Jazz lead by 3. Nearly halfway through the third quarter. Ball up against Jingle and Joe. Ball goes inside, back out to Williamson. Pounds inside, follows the miss and puts it in.
Like that. I mean, that's just incredible work for a guy that size to get his own rebound and finish strong like that.
Conley. Yes, sir. Conley from Donovan Mitchell. I count 1, 2, 3 threes by Conley tonight. And the Jazz have gone 12 of 21 from downtown. 57% here in New Orleans.
Love the Jazz's defense right now.
Ingram spins out of trouble. Rudy upset. Looks like he got him on the hand. We'll see it on a replay. If Gobert's the man, that's going to be 3.
It wasn't Gobert. It was Bogdanovich, it looks like. With this replay right here, Rudy wasn't able to go after that rebound because he attempted to block the shot here, and nobody else was around, and Zion just had the wherewithal to go up and slam that thing home.
It is Boyan, his third. And 2 shots for Ingram. Jeff Green will check in for the Jazz. Green had a nice first half, especially to open up the first quarter when he came off the bench. A quick 7. They bring Conley out for a rest. He's played 23 minutes tonight. Donovan's gone 25 to lead the starters. Ingram leans in and hits again. An 18-point game for Brandon Ingram. 83-81 Utah. Cross-court pass. Jeff Green open three. Bang. Boy, just fresh off the bench. And T, what's amazing about this acquisition as a free agent in the offseason, I mean, there's no hesitation. That guy is a confident player.
No question about it. I think what's even as amazing is the fact that you have a lot of these players who were the man for their old teams. But now they're sacrificing a little bit of their game. You see that ball moving around, and they don't really care who gets the shot, but they're setting each other up to get a good look at the basket.
Bogdanovich to Joe. Jingling Joe puts it up short. Rebound Ingram. Ed Davis set to check in, along with George Niang. Jackson, who had a 6-point first half, knocks down to Jay. 8-point ball game. Joe, oh, he was stuck at midcourt. I thought it may be over and back. Gets away with it. Ingles bounces out of trouble, and now a whistle away from the ball.
Game's getting physical, Bowler. You like to see it. Officials are doing a nice job of not letting it get out of hand, but you like this kind of activity. Look at Joe's left foot.
Oh, yeah, heel. Slipped right across midcourt.
I didn't see it, did you?
No, I didn't see a thing. Sometimes it's going to be lucky. It all balances out to you. You know that, right? Ingram picked up the foul as third. Davis on the court with 4 minutes left in the third. More contact. And it's against Ingles.
Offensive foul on Ingles. His first.
Jazz had a lead of 12. Pelicans' largest lead 2. Right now, Utah up by 3. Jackson stumbling, saves it in the corner. And now out of bounds.
Wow, that was tricky.
That was playground hoop.
It was.
Royce O'Neal comes in. And out comes Mitchell.
Little hot potato out there. Frank takes a seat. Grabs some popcorn.
Says a few hellos. Goes back to work. Ingles running the show out front. Slip pass. Beautiful. Davis. 3-ball. O'Neal. Oh, my, what a shot. Royce fresh off the bench and wastes no time.
Well, the key of that was Ed Davis knew exactly where Royce O'Neal was going to be.
Josh Hart misfires. Joe battles and rebounds the miss. Bounce pass. George Niang. O'Neal the other corner. In and out. Jazz a blistering 56% from behind the arc. That ball went up and over the top of the backboard. There's Alvin Gentry. T, I'm anxious to see how the season really turns out for a lot of teams, especially in the West. But New Orleans struggled because of the AD situation as Jeff Green goes in and won. Remember, only 33 wins last year. And there's a lot of talk, of course, that they're a playoff-bound club with Williamson and company. We'll have to see.
Well, they can focus now. I mean, a lot of stuff going on last year. You know, we talked about the Anthony Davis deal. But watch this backdoor by Jeff Green. That's one of those calls that you don't really have to make. Jazz on a nice little run right now.
Good on one end.
Urban Street in New Orleans, 91-83. Jeff Green will be at the line after knocking down 6 of 6 from the floor. And T, it's time for the Qualtrics question, powered by Qualtrics. And the question comes in tonight, asking about threes from Brian. Who are the top 3 3-point shooters that have played for the Utah Jazz? Now, off the top of my head, T, I tell you, I mean, Kyle Korver is the 4th best all time. And he was here once, but twice.
Yeah, I'll have to put him on that list, maybe with Horny.
Hornacek has to be there as well.
You know, Money Man was pretty good.
Memo. Money.
Yeah.
Bogdanovich has potential. to be one of those.
Yeah.
Depending on his tenure with this franchise.
I know who it wasn't.
Hayes with the rebound.
I wasn't even allowed to shoot out
You
there,
weren't
but
told?
Griff was the guy
Griff, Golden
in the
Griff.
parking lot.
You know, when we've talked to him, 2T, it was like he took 2 or 3 shots a game, but they were big shots when taken back in the day of the. And Hornacek, too, had to work hard to get a 3-point attempt.
Yes, he did.
That was not drawn up in the Jerry Sloan game plan.
Hey, if I had that ball with the clock running down to 3, I was just supposed to hold it.
Jackson front court. Josh Hart trying to run past Niang. Stays in front. Nice rebound. Ed Davis and a quick passing out to Royce O'Neal. Joe jumps into front court. 2 minutes left in the third. Over the shoulder pass. Ed Davis.
2 minutes remaining
Green.
in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Boy, the Jazz just continue to share the ball. 27 assists tonight. And George Niang
That ball
from
just-
Iowa State on an 8-0 run throws it home. And that's another Mountain America Credit Union 3-point shot. $50 out to the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
That ball just zip around, Bowler. Just find the guy.
Frank Jackson putting together a fine night. 11. Jackson has played 13 minutes, 11 points. O'Neal races inside, throws it to Green. Rainbow shot up and a little bit strong.
Good shot, though. Great find.
Picked off by Niang. Quick outlet. Here comes Ingles. Royce O'Neal runs it down to the corner, and Davis is tied up in a foul right at the free throw line.
The other neat thing, too, Bowler, is the Jazz have so many playmakers that can bring the ball down the court. So many guys that can lead that fast break and make a good decision when they get on this end of the court, like a Joe Ingles, or like a George Niang or a Jeff Green. So, you know, it's great to have that kind of versatility on your team.
Davis looking for point number 7. He'll get another. Mini plans are a great way to experience the Jazz taking on some of the best teams in the NBA. Get a plan that fits your unique schedule. You can do it tonight by visiting UtahJazz.com, or you can call 801-355-DUNK to reserve your seats tonight. 1 out of 2 for Davis. Seven points, 6 rebounds. Davis has averaged 7 boards in the preseason for Utah.
Great defense by Davis that time, contesting that shot.
Ingles has the ball poked away, 17 on the shot, 44 to play in the quarter.
Out of bounds. Jazz will keep the possession.
Ingles taking only 2 shots tonight, 5 assists. Last year he flirted with 6 a night. Jeff Green on the inbound, short, went up one more time, but he was fouled before the second shot. And Williams, that's going to be 5.
And again, that play didn't need any communication, just a look, right? And these guys read each other, especially when Jeff Green's defender is facing him.
See, it's a blessing for a head coach when you have a group of vets and some young players, and they all are on that, as I think Quinn would agree, they're smart basketball players, and they have that sixth sensibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that one in your dictionary earlier today, but
page 19.
You're exactly right. I mean, and that's really what makes everything work, is these guys have this connection. They don't have to talk a lot. Of course, communication is vital, especially defensively, but they can read each other well.
Jeff Green, 16 points. He's had a 5 preseason. (97-86) final seconds. About 10 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Joe gets a screen from Davis. Cross court. There's Niang, wide open. It's up. Bang!
Oh, that's a beautiful work.
Oh,
right
George with 2 threes in the quarter. A 14-3 run by Utah. See, that's some pretty nifty hoop right there. That's a tough pass to make, and the catch, and George made. He waited not even an instant to make that decision to shoot it, and then Jackson hits a three on the other end.
And at the end of three, Jazz.
And after 3 quarters in New Orleans, Utah with some rhythm, some swag going, 100-89.
All right, Pelican fans, they're back for another performance. Here's your Pelicans dance team.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Minutes left in this third preseason game for Quinn Snyder and the Jazz. Ingles will start the fourth. Miaoni will jump on the floor with Niang, Jeff Green. And Ed Davis. The Jazz have shot 50% or better in every quarter. And Thurl, you put 30-plus points up 3 consecutive quarters of play. You're playing some good hoop.
You are, and you love to see that early with this Jazz team, making that connection, finding guys wide open.
Jeff Green just scored on the other end for 18 for Utah, and then a 3-ball from the corner by Alexander Walker out of Virginia Tech. Joe looks inside. Miaoni, 6'6", 206-pound rookie out of Yale. Joe scoops it. Ed Davis tries to push it in the rim. Alexander Walker rebounds. Tough bucket. Got loose around Joe. Nickeil Alexander Walker.
It was actually a nice maneuver for Alexander Walker, to get that bucket around Joe. He saw that no help was coming, so he continued to the hoop.
Jeff Green in the corner, bodied up. Hangs on a pivot, and they got him for a walk. See, I'm losing track on travel calls in preseason, but again, it's an emphasis for the officials in this preseason.
I think that left foot may have slid when he tried to jab step.
16 turnovers for Utah, 11 for the Pelicans. And we got a whistle inside, counted and 1. That's the power of Zion. Ed Davis the foul. That's 2 on Davis.
It's a lot of power. If you don't want him to make this shot, Ed, you better grab him with all you got, because that continuation right there, that's a lot of force going towards that hoop.
Well, you look at his box score, 18 going for 19 points on just 9 shots.
Yeah, he's very efficient.
In and out.
And the thing is, you know the type of shots he's going to take. You just can't stop him, especially when he's going downhill.
Jeff Green fires it to George, wide open, 3, short. Pelicans with a commanding rebound. Alexander Walker back inside, fouled, baseline. And that whistle will be on Miaoni.
Mia did a nice job initially on that play, except that Alexander Walker went into Mia's body and was able to draw that foul.
Pelicans continue to make a run back of 8-0 against Utah. And the upcoming schedule is brought to you by University of Utah Health, taking care of Utah like Utah takes care of each other. Sacramento, along with Portland, Monday, Wednesday, back home. A week to fine-tune, and then it's for real. The first of 82, and the Jazz start against Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Say the Western Conference, there's so many new look teams. Here's 2 on the floor tonight.
Crazy, huh? Crazy how packed and deep this Western Conference is going to be.
That's a veteran move. Jeff Green showed that ball to Williamson. He bit, and Green forces a foul. That's going to be 4 on Zion.
Right here, showed it to him in slow motion.
Ingles, belt high dribble, 7 to shoot. Hands it off to Niang. He'll drive in on Jackson. Couldn't quite finish, and the Pelicans running out.
You have to give the Pelicans credit for keeping this game close. There's the power of Zion again you were talking about.
No, it's an amazing thing to see. Ed Davis had good position, but remember, Ed goes about 225. He gives up about 60 pounds to Zion.
Yep, and Zion knew it on that move.
An 11-0 run by the Pelicans, 20-point night for the rookie, and we'll step aside. Timeout, 9:33 to play, and a close one in New Orleans. The game summary is brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. Storylines tonight for the Jazz. Let's start with three-point shooting, 16 of 30 for the Utah Jazz. Jeff Green's had a hot hand. Another big story, Zion Williamson, our first look at the rookie, the #1 pick out of Duke, 20 points on just 10 shots. And Royce O'Neal getting the start tonight. Knocked down 4 threes thus far, 16 points for Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, this has been a great game. It's really been a game of efficiency. Jazz got off to a great start from the three-point line and just finding guys that are knocking them down. And of course, I look at the points in the paint number. It's tied 40-40, but Zion Williamson is the guy who is carrying that for the Pelicans.
Three-point play, 21 for the #1 pick. The Jazz are 1 of 4 to start this fourth quarter. 4 for 4 are the Pelicans, and Utah's lead has been trimmed to 1. Tony Bradley on the court for the first time tonight as Gobert is on the bench. Here comes George Niang inside. Rebound, Bradley for 2. He's had a tremendous preseason.
It was a great rim runner by George Niang. Didn't fall, but Tony Bradley, a nice job.
That'll be a foul on Tony Bradley. This hurts.
Great rim runner here by Niang. Misses the shot. Tony Bradley doesn't bring it down. Puts it right back in. Gets the foul on the other end right here.
Left his feet. That's the 4th team foul here early in the 4th. Haven't even played 3 minutes. Alexander Walker. 17-point night. One more. Good. 104-103. Ingles trots into front court. Here's Jeff Green. Nice catch inside and the finish.
If you saw what Jeff Green did, I mean, I think most people thought he would catch that ball and pass it out. As Zion gets another couple in the paint there. But Jeff Green's so smart at that bucket he made. Didn't bring it down, took it right back up quickly.
That is brute strength by Zion Williamson. 285 pounds going inside for 23 points. The Pelicans have scored on their first 7 possessions of this quarter.
Foul on Ingles. It'll be his second.
Joe, the foul is second.
Well, Zion in attack mode right here. And he gets the defense backing up like he did Tony Bradley. That's an easy 2 for him.